Hey everybody. How's it going? It's here with my coffee mug. I don't know if you guys can see it. How fucking cool is that? This is Eye of the Oracle, Coffee and Cards with Adam Martinez. This is, what's up, Gwen Warner? This is a beautiful gift by the amazing and wonderful Jess Flores. And honestly, I'm like, dude, I am so fucking ecstatic over this gift. I got it yesterday, and I was just like, oh my god. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was on late last night. I had it with me too, but I didn't talk about it. Hey Adam, I can see the comments real quick. Hold on. Hey Adam, just multitasking coffee and cards. Look at Exalted Copper. Look what I got. I have the Oracle, Coffee and Cards with Adam Martinez. Happy to see you too. And so she sent this to, okay, so here's the thing about the coffee mug, right? And here's the thing about coffee and cards. So I was doing this thing on Facebook for like years, almost probably like 3 years already. And I was calling it Coffee with Adam and all the things. And now I'm Coffee with Adam. And the basis from that is like, it's like I've always wanted like my own talk show, right? I've always wanted like my own morning show. I grew up watching morning shows. I grew up watching Good Day LA. I grew up watching Regis and Kelly and then The View. You know, like I grew up watching those shows, right? In the morning and stuff. And like even the talk shows, like even the late night talk shows, I remember recording like Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien and stuff, right? Because they were so funny. And like I've always wanted like my own talk show. And really the epitome of like having your own talk show really goes into having the name of your show on a coffee mug. Dude, and it's fucking awesome. It feels legit. It feels so legit right now. It feels so legit right now, and I'm so happy, and I was just like so ecstatic with it. And I love it. It's like it's happening, and it's on both sides. Boop. And so like, you know, how much more like real is it for me right now that here it is, Coffee and Cards with a coffee mug, like to solidify it, to like bring it in. Like my cheeks hurt right now because I'm smiling so hard right now. That hurts. Oh, but I'm so fucking, I love it. Jess, she's like, is it a good size? And I'm like, I don't care how big it is. I'll refill the cup. It has my name on it, and it has the show, and it has like, it's like bringing like that dream to reality kind of thing. And that feels really fucking good. That feels like, oh, my chest hurts now too, because it feels good. All right. That's my thing this morning. How's your guys' morning going? It's already 12:30, 12:22. And sorry about, I had a client call earlier today, and then just took some time I don't know, like kind of like debriefing from that, you know, from that energy of coaching, to get on Coffee and Cards. And I was sending a few messages and stuff like that to like my sister and everything, and kind of just enjoying the morning real quick. But yeah, soon you will be spotlighting and interviewing in no time. Thanks, Exalted Copper. Hi, Adam. How's it going? What's up, Grace Murphy? Grace Murphy, look it! Look it! I have the. Look, I'm gonna show everybody. Everybody that comments, I'm gonna show you guys. I have the Oracle coffee and cards with Adam Martinez. Jess sent this to me. It's fucking going amazing, Grace Murphy. All right, so we got Labyrinth on the board. Let's get it going. Establishing connection. Bam. Let's get Labyrinth open. Let me get my lighter real quick. Of course. Let's go ahead and light. Let's get this virgin to light the black flame candle. Just kidding. I'm not a virgin. And it's not a black flame candle. Or, just kidding, it's not a black flame candle. You could just, you know. Anyway, I missed the moment. Anyways, alright, so let's get started, guys. I'm so stoked, dude. I am like that. When I opened it, it was just something else. It was not what I was expecting. And it was just like my jaw dropped and I just felt so much fucking love. I felt so much love like when I saw it, man. And my jaw dropped. I was in love. I was like, oh my god. Ooh. You know what, Exalted Copper? I had to take some Vetiver last night. I could not sleep. Man, probably because I had too much coffee. But I could not sleep last night, and so I had to take some Vetiver, and I just put some Vetiver on my temples and like back of my neck. Vetiver oil from doTERRA, and because you know that shit good. And it worked, but I think I just was. It worked, but even knowing that by the time I put it on, I was like, fuck, you have to wake up in 4 hours. And that in my mind thinking I have to wake up in 4 hours did not let me get into sleep. All right, here we go. You guys hear a mower in the back? That's my gardener. The gardener. Not my gardener, but the gardener next door. Alright, last night we did some late night card pulls. I don't know if any of that's going to come up in today's stuff, but it's funny because it's almost like there's a lot of thread stuff that goes on with some of my readings where a lot of things pick up from the last one. And I call it a thread. Like usually I call it a thread. Other readers might agree on that, but it's like sometimes the reading comes in like it picks up right where it left off, or it picks up right where it just picks up right where it left off, or it's going off of where we were at last. Let's see. Let's get Jess. I'm streaming. Excuse me. All right. Nice little blessing. Nice little prayer. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I know it's like can't touch this, but it's like it works. Copyright, whatever. All right, so we're gonna get started. Here we are. Let's go with SOS right off the bat. All right. Notice how she didn't spread as easily as she usually spreads because she's not awake yet. Last night we found out that Leo's pregnant. I don't know what Leo came up, but we went in using Barbie to find out who we're talking about. It was just kind of like an open thing, kind of like general reads for whatever was coming through. It was fun. And then I just actually, from that one, I just came off of doing one on Facebook. I did, and I call it Adam's Oracle Live on Facebook. Keeping true to the Oracle name. All right, so there's one more. All right, there we go. What we're gonna bring out today? We're gonna bring out a Mo too. A Mo? Yep, we'll bring out a Mo. I like to put on my nice little jingle jewelry. Yeah. What did you guys do last night? It's hump day. You guys got planned for Wednesday? Just chilling? Put that over there. Let's do one more. One more. This one's good. Mo, wake up. There she is. Alrighty, guys. Let's see. She awake? Yep, she's awake. See if SOS is awake. OSOS, are you awake? Let's see. Ooh, she's awake. There you go. SOS is awake. I love that. She just spread nice. All right. Let's do this. All right, we're going to pull the theme for the day. See what we're going through on this beautiful hump day. Theme for the day on this beautiful hump day. Theme for the day on this beautiful hump day. Theme for the day on this beautiful hump day. 1, 2, 3. Theme for the day. Get the deck. Right at the top. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles. Yes, we are. Even though it's Wednesday, a lot of us, 3 days in, might feel like it's just beginning. All right, we're just getting started on creating what we wanted to create, or manifest what we're manifesting, or just bringing into existence what we're bringing into existence. What we're bringing back to us, it just started. Even though it is Wednesday and it is the middle of the week, we are barely hitting that upcline kind of thing. Whereas like Monday might be the upcline kind of thing to get to the end, and Wednesday's kind of like that pivotal point that where everything starts going down. No, it's Wednesday, and a lot of us are probably feeling that first uphill kind of like drive, like on the middle of the week. Like it's probably a lot of us might feel like it's Monday for us today instead of it actually being Wednesday. Can I get an amen? It only just begun. All right, so that's a nice little shuffle right there. We're gonna get a Mo out real quick. Mo, what do you have any words for us for this? Do you have any words for us? Nice little secret. Tell us, what do you got? What are we gonna be facing along with this? Ooh. Unconditional. All right. So, what we're like, where the unconditional is gonna come in, and it's like upside down. So, which is really cool because it's like it's not really cool actually. It's kind of like showing us like we're under the gun right now, and that's why it's barely going uphill right now. That's why we're like feeling. I love that deck. It really feels like it's unconditional of us doing this work, but no, it feels very conditional. It might be what we're experiencing with actual work of what's going on right now, like because there's conditions for the work that we have, and with unconditional coming in upside down, I'm connecting to that there's conditions to the work that we're doing, or the things that we're manifesting, or the things that we feel like we're going uphill about, right? Things that we're going uphill on, the things that we're going in that direction, right? See how we're going up? There's conditions with unconditional being upside down. There's conditions to the work that we're doing, which might make it feel this. Which okay, here's what I think. Here's my opinion on this. When we are doing work like this, right, or when we're starting to feel work like this like kind of thing, that's because we're not connected to the work we're doing, right? We're not connected to the work that we're doing, where it feels laborious, right? The work that we're doing is laborious. It's 3:33 here. What time is it for you, Adam? It was 12:33. Right? And so when this is like laborious, that we're probably getting disconnected from the work that we're doing and not having any really drive or connection to it. That's why today probably feels like a Monday, like, oh my god, okay, now the week's almost over. I have to get started. We might be feeling that too. Procrastinated Monday and Tuesday. The week's almost over because it's Wednesday. I have to do it. Right? So now it's invoking the conditions part of the unconditional part. And that's why unconditions is upside down. So let's just get this and put that like right over there. And it's like lining up. Let's like kind of like put it like this. Like just cover the UN in the unconditional part. There you go. That's where your ants are going up there towards the conditions. Your ants are going or climbing towards those conditions that you're under. Okay. I got a delivery. I think my delivery's here. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna wait. Because it's heavy. I don't know if it's here yet. He looks like an Amazon driver. Hey, Grand Warner, I see your friend request. Let me track my shipment. Nope, that's not it. Let me track this shipment. Nope, that's not it. 1 second. Nope, it's not for me. Thought it was for me. I'm expecting a package. All right. So that's that's going on right here. That's the thing going on. We're like hitting that middle of the week kind of idea. We're hitting the middle of the week and seeing the conditions of it. All of it has to probably do with work. And also what we're creating. We're not at a freeness. We're not at this spirit of being able to really enjoy our work right now. It's not in like, oh, I enjoy what I'm doing at the moment, so I'm gonna keep doing it. It's more of like, it's more laborious right now. We're going through a series of being just extremely laborious in our work, and we're not enjoying it. All right. Well, let's see how all the quadrants connect to that. Today we're doing AEQs. We're doing AEQs, versatilities, and crosswashers. All right. AEQs, versatilities, and crosswatchers. AEQs, versatilities, and crosswatchers. 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 AEQs, versatilities, and crosswatchers. Alright, here we go. For north, we're going to cut the deck. Put that up there for north. And cut the deck again. Put that over here for east. Cut the deck again. Put that over here for south. Cut the deck one more time. And we're going to put that over here for west. Alright, so we got earth, air, fire, water going in north, air, northeast, south, and west. Kind of like that. That's what those means. Okay. And let's just go around and see what comes up. I've been wondering what your Facebook was. Hey, there you are. Just my name. Right? And I did Adam's Oracle Live, if you want to check out last night's Adam's Oracle Live and see how that was. All right, so here we go for north, okay? North, what do we got for north? Oh, Ace of Cups. See, this is what's cool about this, right? This idea of like going through this hump day and you being in this laborious part of creation, you kind of really dislike it when your creational efforts are very laborious. You're more of like a manifester in not, I don't want to get into human design, but you're more in generating and manifesting things that you want to create, and it just comes very fluid to you, right? But with yours having Ace of Cups, this one situation with work that you're dealing with, it's very frustrating because maybe it's just not the kind of work that you want to do. It's becoming more laborious than what you thought it was because you're not aligned with it. But it's just this one thing. It's an emotional drowning thing, right? So we have Ace of Cups right there, and I want to feel like it's not fulfilling too. It's because the cup doesn't look like it's full either. There's nothing showing that it's full, and I want to feel like it's one of the things that you have to focus on that just doesn't free you up fully, and that's what makes it feel laborious. Yeah, you might have free time to do this, and you might have free time to do that. But it's one of those things that you have to do, and it's the one laborious thing out of all the things that you do too, right? So here's it's indicating by this octopus, right? The octopus has 8 arms, and so imagine you have 8 arms. You have 8 arms to do everything that you need to do, right? 7 of those arms are really doing what you really want to do, but that one arm has to constantly hold this one thing, right? These emotions that you have that probably about this work that you're not aligned with, earth sign. And that's really important with you because you're a creator, you're a nurturer. You have to do work that's aligned with you because that's what you create. What you create just comes from you. It comes from you itself. So if it's not life-giving back to you, it's very draining. So the fact that idea that you have 7 arms doing what you passionately want to do and entertaining just this one arm, constantly holding up the emotion to that one thing. Okay. I really love the way the deck stands out now with the lighting that's on. Okay. Not okay telling you that's what it. All right, you got it. No, that's not what I mean. But yeah, I really love the way the lighting just comes in and everything like pops out, like just. All right. And even like this woodsy, this brownie, old vintagey type Bernie paper, this like, the way it looks against the black background, right? It looks like it's burnt, right? No, it's not. That's just the way the paper is. Beep. All right, cool. So let's go into air sign. Air sign. Bam. Air sign. Ooh, the sage. So the sage is the Hierophant in this deck, right? So the sage, the Hierophant, same thing, right? So very cryptic, very seen, very understanding. So in this labor of love, this laborious thing that's not labor of love for you, air sign, because you don't associate with that kind of idea. Especially on this, like you having to see how these conditions are with what you want to create. Everybody's going through this creational like upset. The whole setup is awesome. Thanks, Grace Murphy. Everybody's going through this like whole creational like upset or having to work upset, especially with the middle of the week. I don't know if everybody just let the last 2 days get get away from them, and now they're facing the middle of the week and they're like, fuck. Right? But the sage, like Hierophant, is just like, here you go, Adam, we're doing this again. Like it's like or I'm speaking to myself as the air sign, right? But here it's like the air signs are getting the sage, the Hierophant, and this understanding, like this. What it's telling you, air sign, is that here you are, middle of the week, doing the same thing. And like it's almost like your higher self, the sage or the Hierophant within you is displeased with you because you should know better. Right? Your inner self, your inner wisdom, your inner sage, air sign, the inner conversation you have with all the thoughts that you have, it's coming in with this feeling of displeasement because you should know better. Right? It's this feeling of you should know better, and you're almost going through the same thing again. You're letting time go away when you should have been working on things since Monday. You should have had things done since Monday, air sign. And actually, I actually really feel like I'm talking to myself in this one because I have. It's like Monday and I still haven't gotten paperwork out to some clients, right? To new clients that I'm supposed to be getting out. I'm calling myself out right there, right? Like I'm seeing where my reading in the air sign is coming through. And I also have Gemini in my reading. So yeah, I see that too. Right. And I also have Scorpio. And Scorpio is what? Air sign? Scorpio is water signs. Right. So I see that with myself too. Like I see in my readings where it applies to me too. So when I do general overall readings like this, I really see like where it's applying to me. As I'm going through my life right now, I'm gonna share where it's at for me too, to show how I'm applying it. Jess, you don't even worry, girl. Look it. Everybody, welcome to Eye of the Oracle, Coffee and Cards with Adam Martinez. Jess gave this to me. Jess gifted me my first real morning show piece. Even though I have all of this, even though I have all the tech and the camera set up and like what you guys see on screen, even though I have all of that, right? This is literally the icing and the cherry on top of the cake. This is like puts it, this like completes everything that I've been like. If this whole setup, if you saw me this weekend doing this weekend project that I was doing, this right here makes it all worth it. Makes everything that I've been working on for all this all worth it. So thank you, Jess. I really appreciate it. Nice little shout out to you. All right. So let's get to this. So here we go for the sage or the Hierophant upside down for air signs. It's like we're almost at this displeasement because we know that we should have been farther along on this. Our thoughts have been in this like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna get this, and like here we are with the sage or with the Hierophant displeased because we didn't do what we said we were gonna do, and this is the third week that it's happened probably. All right, and that's my own personal experience, not calling anybody out, but I'm just feeling that's my own personal experience. All right, so here we go in South. Bam. For fire, we got Heart of Cups. So that's probably what we're actually very emotionally tied to, what's going on with the labor part, right? So for fire signs, you might be experiencing how hard something might be for you and not thinking that it was going to be that hard. But realizing that as deep as this is, with representation by the whale of how deep things could go. So as deep as this is, as deep as this feeling of, because you're about opportunities, you're about getting things done anyways, but the fact that this is very laborious and it's conditional to what you actually want to do, it's more of a drive like, I have to do this. It's no more of like trying to like wash it off on something or expect something else to come through for it. It's more of like you having to be the one that propels through this with your big, whale fin in the back and stuff like that, thinking of it like that. but it's a deeper understanding of knowing, this feeling of knowing that this is going to be laborious. The next phase is going to be laborious. There might be emotions, but it's more of a heart accepted emotion of, I know this is going to be laborious, and these are the conditions that I need to do in order to get where I want to go. Right? It's almost like a migrational thing, kind of thing. Like, you know you have to do this. Your instincts are telling you, you know you need to do this. You know you need to do this labor. That like labor, like you need to do this area of work right now. Okay. Whew. Here we go into fire signs. Water signs. Ooh, water signs. You get air. That's cool. Innocence of swords. So, water signs, you have this thing, you have this doubt of how much work it's going to be. You have this doubt, you have this this naive sense of thinking that it wasn't going to be this hard of what you started out. Whether it was a project, a group involvement, or just something that you wanted to self-conceive on your own. What's coming through is that you didn't realize that this was going to be this hard. And you might be having a little bit of naive doubts about what's going on. She's still gonna go through, yes, but you have this naiveness that you didn't think it was gonna be this hard, or what you're trying to progress on, the work that you're trying to do, the project that you're working on, that it's with other people right now. There's other people involved, I feel, because, you know, the other ants. But there's just this feeling of like, you didn't think it was going to be this hard. That's crazy, because fire signs, you have this acceptance of how hard it's going to be, or this acceptance that you have to do this. Air signs, you have this thing of like shame, or like, you should have known better kind of thing. And then earth signs, you have this thing of like that you're not emotionally connected to the labor involved to create what you're going to be doing. So see how it goes all the way around. They're all different in different ways, connected to the conditions of the labor that it's reflecting to, or it's connected to. So in the overall general reading, that's what's coming on, is like each quadrant is having a different emotional connection, or a different connection to the conditions of the labor or the work that they're doing right now. Any questions? Do we have any questions? Anybody? Any questions? I'm open for any questions to help understand what's going on before we go further, before I bring out a Mo. Any questions or wanted recaps? Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. I actually don't know how to dance, so what you're seeing is what you're gonna get on the dance floor if I ever see you at a party. All right, no questions? Cool. We're gonna move on to a Mo. Hey y'all, what's up, Starluva? What up? Gonna get into a Mo right now. Get into a Mo. What does a Mo want us to know? What does a Mo want us to know? Yeah, what does a Mo want us to know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What does a Mo want us to know? What does a Mo want us to know? Ooh. Cool. We're gonna find some passageways, though. We're gonna figure out a way through this. That's what that passage card was. That card just popped over. So we're gonna figure out a way through this right away. I know that. Oh, thank you, Be Happy. Be Happy, just subscribe to my channel. You know what? I need to do the raffle thing. I haven't checked the video to see if there's anybody that added new names. I just saw you, Be Happy. Thank you. I just saw that notification come in. Thanks for being here. All right, so we're gonna go around the quadrant. So be happy if you're new here. This is the way I do things. I'm doing pretty good, Sarluva. Thank you. So I just did all the quadrants to kind of like give a connection to what the overall theme is of what's going on in the center, right? And so I just went over how all the quadrants are connected, right? So those are the elemental quadrants, right? And so in the elemental quadrants, we're gonna go into now the spectrums. So in each elemental quadrant, like in earth, air, fire, water, there's the three signs that it's associated to, right? So the three signs are gonna be in the spectrum where you fall in the spectrum. You know, like say air sign, the spectrum is Libra, Gemini, Pisces, right? Or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius for the spectrum in air sign, and then accordingly all the way around. Okay, so that's how that goes. And after I get through the general reading for what's going on for all the quadrants, be happy. I'll definitely go into questions asked. Um, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go into all the way around. So actually, well, be happy because what we're talking about right now is actually according to work. And these three ants in the center have to do with how hard work is right now, or how laborious work is, or how difficult it might be right now for work. So, judging on your sign, just to do a quick recap, Earth signs are going through or experiencing this thing of having some kind of having freedom in their life, but one thing that is holding them back from total freedom. Okay, that's going on for Earth signs. Air signs is having this thing of getting in the middle of the week or getting in this or seeing their routine and realizing that they're not following through what they say that they're going to do for their work, which is another week that has gone by where they didn't do anything what they said that they were going to do. So the sage or the hierophant is coming in with this kind of like displeased energy, like you should know better. Okay, so that's what's going on with air signs. Fire signs is having this emotional acceptance of the work that's going to have to happen. This emotional acceptance of like, you know what? No, I know this is what I have to do. A more instinctual kind of thing of like, this labor is because I have to do it. This work is because I have to do it, especially if it's where I want to go. So there's this like more heartfelt emotional connection to why it's laborious or why it's an uphill kind of thing right now. Right? And then over here for water signs are having this naive understanding that they didn't think the work that they're doing was going to be this hard. The project that they're taking on was going to be this hard. Okay, so that's what water signs are understanding or going through. And it's, I want to say for water signs, it's a group project or there's more than just one person involved for water signs. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's a nice little recap. Okay. And then now we're going to go into the spectrums for everybody. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go into the spectrums for air signs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Fire signs right there. 1, 2, 3. And then water signs right up the front. That side right here. There we go. So now we're going to go into the spectrums. So each quadrant has 3 sides, 3 cards for it. Okay, and those reside or those connect to the spectrums. Either you could connect to one of the spectrums or you could connect to all 3. But the way they come out is just the way that's going to come out. All right, let's do this. All right, so for earth signs. So here we go. We have the chain that we have the chain. See, we think that we're restrained, but really we're not. Right? This chain is coming through is like telling us to let it go, especially to let it go. This is not something that we're aligned with. This is not something that we want to do. This emotional thing that's not letting us focus maybe on our real work. What if it's an emotional attachment to something that is not really letting us focus on our true work? And it's what's making it feel like work because we're not fully focused on what's supposed to be going on for us. Right? So with the chain on attachment, with it being upside down, for me, that's right away. It's coming through is let go of the chain, let go of the attachment right away. Right, so let that go. Let go of that chain. Let go of that attachment to what the work is or the emotional attachment. And boop boop boop. See this connecting. All right, now we're gonna go into the next spectrum. All right, star, guidance, needing guidance in this area. But see, here's the thing though. The star, the guidance, the thing that what's going on right now, this is your sign then, right? This is your situation with the star coming in as guidance, especially over like this difficulty that we're going through. Notice the rocky terrain, the mountains that are silhouetted down on the bottom. It's like this difficulty that we're going through and needing guidance right now. This is your sign to understand that you might need to let go of what this is. Or not this is, because this is your work. This is what you're working on. You might need to let go of what this is, this emotional attachment that you have. Okay, and so here's the guidance in that part. That's what's holding you down in this journey that you're on. All right, let's go into the third spectrum. All right, snake. What is that? Energetic movement. See, with it being upside down, it's actually stalling us. Energetic movement, upside down, snake. Boop. So with this involvement, what this snake is representing, the energetic movement upside down, is this one thing. This one thing is what's holding up all of our work. This one thing could be finagling our focus. I like that word, finagling. That this one thing could be finagling our focus, right? So, what's the remedy on this? What do we do? But how do we get this? I'll go into remedies after I get to all the way around. All right, so there we go. That's where we're at. Is releasing the chain, seeing this as our sign for the guidance that we need to let go of this, and then realizing that not letting go of this or what's going on right now is stall. We're stalling. We're startled. We're scared. We're not going anywhere. The snake is actually blocking our movement forward, right? Because we're afraid to go forward. I might need help to let go of the emotional attachment. Grace Murphy, if you need help, I have. This is the work I do. Grace Murphy. I am a coach as much as I am a reader. There's my appointment to set up a session with me. Let's figure out the emotional attachment part. Let's figure out how to let go of that emotional attachment. Like one of the first things I would ask you, Grace Murphy, in the session would like, what ways does it show up as emotional attachment? Can you really identify in the physical of how it's emotional attachment to you? Okay. All right. So let's go into what air signs. Air signs, you're next, right? Air signs. Air signs. Air signs. Okay. Bam. Air signs. All right. Revelation. You know this, right? Revelation, and it's not a good revelation. You are what's going through. The clouds of revelation, like you know this. With the sage coming through, your higher self as the sage, as a hierophant, you know this, right? So it's like what the revelation is like, yeah, continue to emotionally beat yourself up because you know this already. And the hierophant or your higher self is going to allow that to happen because, you know, you knew this. You knew that you're going to waste the week. You know that you do this. You know that you don't put things in priority, air sign. So that's what you need to do. That's one thing that needs to happen, this revealing of understanding what this is for. And with it upside down is like you're refusing to see your procrastination. Armor, boundaries. You're guarded. There's something that you're afraid of, or your armor, or there's a boundary, or there's a block of you going forward in this. That's not letting you. Maybe you're afraid of the higher responsibility it's going to take to that you're going to have on going forward with these new responsibilities because you're propelling forward. You're going up, dude. You're scaling up. You're scaling the mountain. You're getting to the next level, dude. So maybe you're afraid of what it's going to take to retain that next level. To what it's going to take to retain Johnson Ross. Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's funny. One sec. Never mind. So like it's kind of like what it's gonna take, you know, in these boundaries to let that go, or to move forward into receiving these new opportunities, these new responsibilities. That's what's blocking you, mate. That you're afraid of these new responsibilities, of what it's gonna entail for this next level of yourself, of what you're scaling the mountain going upwards, right? All right. So here we go with the last part. All right. So yeah, Grace Murphy, thanks for the question. Thanks for letting me say that to you. I hope it resonates with you. Set up that appointment. I'm encouraging you. I invite you to. Okay. So here's the thing with this card right here: familiarity. Familiarity. This house, right? We know it. I'm dragging my feet on contacting you. Right? But it's coming in upside down. Right? And it's like, we know this. It's familiar. We know this, but we're denying it. Okay? The revelation, we're denying it. We're denying that we know it. And then again, with familiarity, we're still denying that we know it. But the one thing that we do know is that we're afraid. That's why we need the shield, or the boundaries, or the armor. We're afraid of the things that are going to happen, or the next level of responsibilities that we're going to have to take. That's what's going on for you, air sign. Okay? Hold on one sec. Okay. I'm such an earth sign. Sometimes I'm a really big earth sign too, and I have no earth sign in my chart, unless it's Virgo. But I think that's water sign. Or Scorpio. No, I have Scorpio. I don't have earth sign. Wait, what's Scorpio? No, Scorpio's water sign. All right, here we go with fire signs. Your spectrum's going on for fire signs. Fire signs, vitality. All right. Here's kind of like if whales migrate to warmer waters, this is what I meant by your instinct telling you to know that you need to do this, that you need to do this labor. Because kind of like where you're at, the waters aren't warm anymore. You need to do this labor to move to warmer waters. So if we're going to use this metaphor of the whale and how it's instinctually moves or knows how to migrate or knows where to migrate, that's what's going on. The sun coming in upside down in vitality. Ooh, I like the way that just kind of like weirdly, with something in the center, like that's weirdly digital. All right, anyways, that's crazy. Is it showing up like that? Anyways, yeah, that's weird, huh? The way the sun is coming in upside down, it's like where you're at, the waters are no longer warm. That's why the sun's coming up. So it's this knowing that the surroundings that you're in, right? The surroundings that you're in are meant for you to move away from. Like, yeah, this nudge, follow this nudge. It's meant for you to move away from it. Keep going. Move to warmer waters. Next one. Ooh, see? There's a hesitancy though with exploration. The ship upside down. There's a hesitancy for exploration. Maybe that is like, nope, you don't need to figure things out. You already know where to go. You don't need to veer off course. Don't veer off course to explore other diameters or anything. You know what you need to do. You have your heart set. You have your trajectory. Almost because it's easy for you to get distracted, fire sign, at new flashy things, right? You might be going along one way and they're like, oh, what's that? And then you want to veer that way. Or you might be veering that, oh, wait, back over here. So there's no exploration for this. It's following your instinct on what you should do, not what something flashy, or that must be land over there, or that must be land over there, of where you're changing course direction to try to get to the what's flashy kind of thing. No more. No exploration, no veering off course. stay the course and follow what your intuition is telling you to go towards, not what somebody else is saying. Follow your own intuition, your own instinct. Okay. Next part. Oh, wow, this is good today. Information upside down. That is going to tie into other people trying to dissuade you, other people trying to bring in their opinion. With the bird upside down, that's just like, nope, blocking it all off. All your clarity cards are coming in upside down because the intuition part is stronger than what's going to distract you. Usually these things are what's distracting you. Actually, the vitality, the sun part, it's what's nudging you to move away from these things, from people telling you what to do, telling you maybe you should look into this, maybe you should look into that. Not anymore. And then especially with bird and the information, no more people giving you their opinion or giving you what they think you should do as well. All right, so there you go, fire sign. Let's go into water. Bam. All right, fire sign. You know what? Let me get more coffee real quick. I need to get a refill. I love coffee. It's my new coffee mug. And I like putting hazelnut creamer. I don't care if it's bad for me. That's good coffee. Look at my cool. I just like to show it off. My cool coffee mug. All right, let's do this. So, water signs. Here we have snail or persistence upside down. Again, with the innocence of the sword, we're thinking or we're understanding that we have this naive notion or understanding that we underestimated how laborious this group project that we're working on is going to be. We wanted to go faster. We wanted to happen faster. We wanted our thing that we're trying to be seen in to happen faster. We want people to see us as this expert faster, right? We want things to happen a lot faster. But they're sorry, water sign, they're not. They're not going to happen faster because what you're trying to work on requires something bigger that happens when you're not going fast, right? Like when you're going fast, it's almost like you're cutting corners. And you can't go fast with what you're trying to do right now. You have to show really strong signs of integrity and persistence with what you're going through. You can't give up all of a sudden. So with the snail is representing a persistence. So with it coming in upside down, it's almost like you're already having feelings of giving up. And not expecting that it was going to be so hard for you. Sorry, it's like not everybody gets it easy sometimes, and you're experiencing this feeling right now probably of like, why isn't it easy for me? And you're having a naive response too, to be honest. You're having like kind of like almost like a temper tantrum response of, why isn't it easier for you? I'm this person, why isn't it easier for me? Sorry, but that's what I feel it's coming on, this persistence upside down. All right, compassion. All right, here we go. We have compassion upside down. Angel compassion. And it's coming in right side up too. So the learning lesson in this for you is to understand that the other people involved, you need to have compassion for them, especially for yourself. Like if you are the leader, or if you are the leader of this group that you're trying to do, or you're trying to, be in charge of. I'm sorry, I'm burping. Have compassion for your fails and for your mishaps. Have compassion for somebody else's fails and mishaps. If you're involving people into this, there it is, this group program or this group project that you're working on, right? If you are involving this kind of situation, like, have compassion that if you can't match up to the leader that you need to be, right? And also have compassion for the people involved if they said that they're going to do something and couldn't account to it, right? There's a thing of compassion that needs to be involved. Like, nobody's perfect. A real understanding of that, especially as a group leader, or you being involved in this group project. There's almost like a next level of compassion that needs to come from you. Even what you think you know about compassion, yeah, there's a next level above that. Just so you are aware, Mr. All-Knowing One. All right, here we go for the next one. Ooh, the key. Resistance, or reveal. There we go. So without this, or we're missing the concept too. We're missing the reveal. We're missing the concept of understanding this as well. So this is a big thing. This next level of compassion that you're going through, this next level of compassion that you need to understand where you're at on it. It's kind of like missing the mark for you. You're missing it. You need to understand it before you could go forward. Before you could go from Innocence of Sword to like the next one, because the Innocence of Swords is the Page of Swords in the traditional deck. And so what's the next one, right? It's the Knight of Swords, which is movement. So that's the next one up. So you're in stagnation because you are needing to understand this next level of compassion for the group program or the group project that you're in or that you're doing. And until then, nothing else is going to be revealed to you. All right. Bam. All right, so let's go into remedies for you guys real quick. What are remedies? Where's my remedies deck? Oh, there it is. All right, so for remedies, I'm going to be using Oracles of the Seven Energies deck by Colette and Reid. I like to use this one for remedies. That's a nice little picture right there. All right, there we go. She's awake. Show me remedies. 1, 2, 3. All right, so a nice cut of the deck, and we're gonna go all the way around for remedies. Cut of the deck, remedy, cut of the deck, remedy, cut of the deck, remedy. Alrighty. Here you go for Earth Signs, what your remedy is. Bam. Call of the Muse. All right. Finding your inspiration to let it go. Finding your inspiration to move forward. Finding your inspiration to find that guidance. Like, what's the guidance part? Right? So we have guidance with the star. What's the inspiration? What do you need to have inspiration? What's the guidance in it? What it's going to help you go forward? Let's pinpoint the guidance, right? These two are telling us what's wrong. This one's telling us the guidance right there. Like, what's our guidance? Earth sign. What's inspirational to you? Air sign. What's going on for you? All right. Willing release. Let go of the fact that you need to be controlling of the outcome. That's why it's hard for you to take the responsibility of the next level. Is like, you don't know how it's going to turn out. That's why it's hard for you. All right, take that willing release. Let go of the way you want it to turn out and just let God come in and do it, right? Let God work for you better than you need to, right? So here we go. Fire signs. Sacred reverence. Okay, there you go. Holding the space for yourself to go through this process. Sacred reverence. Holding space for yourself to go through this progress. You don't need to prove shit to nobody, fire sign. Do your shit, dude. Do your own shit. Fuck everybody else in this moment. Go on that freaking journey. Go on that, go on your own thing that you need to do. The right people will be there waiting for you to get back. Or even go along fucking with you. So, sacred reverence, hold it to yourself, man. Hold it to the love for yourself to be that key that unlocks the next level to yourself. Right? Here we go. And then water signs. Let's do this. Let it go, dude. Here we go with the hummingbirds and let it go and this heart connection to your to what you're passionate about. Let it go. Water sign, you have this thing about letting go, holding on to these emotions that people aren't seeing, or it not like that's probably why you're thinking it's so hard. Is that you want it to be done a certain way for yourself. You want it to be done. You want everybody in the group that's going along with it to be done a certain way, and you're hoping to have it done a certain way. But there's going to be things that veer off. There's going to be things that don't happen. Either step up to be a leader and do the thing and let the other stuff that doesn't apply, let it go. Let the stuff that would keep you from being a good leader, the stuff that would keep you from being compassionate, right? Let it go. Let it go. Let the stuff that's keeping you from being a good leader, let it go, because that stuff that's keeping you from being a good leader, water sign, is not going to make you a better leader. So why are you still carrying it? Why are you putting that in your leadership box? The stuff that doesn't make you a better leader, why are you carrying it around with you? All right? It's easy. Like, what can I use? Let it go. What, this? Yeah, let it go. Why? I don't. What? No, I can't let it go. Why can't you let it go? Because I'm holding on to it. Just let it go. You mean just let it go? Yeah, let it go. But nothing's gonna happen to you if you let it go. But it's just gonna fall. Yeah, let it go. Trust me. What's it gonna do if you let it go? Oh shit. It frees up my hands. It frees something up if I let it go. Oh shit, and nothing happened to me. I let it go. There you go. All right, I'm gonna clean up. Spot on again. Thank you, Grace Murphy. Alrighty, and then establishing connection. Let's do changeover. Guys, if you guys want to get in for questions, let me know. Get in those questions and end our time with each other with questions right now. New setup. What's up, Miss Kiff? You haven't been on here in a while. What you doing today? I'm doing I I just did general reads for everybody right now. I just did the general read, and now I'm taking questions. If anybody wants to take in some questions or give some questions right now. I know somebody was there earlier wanting questions. I'm back. Sorry I missed. I'll replay later. No worries. It's 1, 2, 3 where I'm at right now. It's 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, guys. Thank you for hitting those like buttons. All right. And I'll use Archy to answer any questions that come up. Okay. Any questions that come up, life's been tower vibes. Interesting. In what ways? Ooh, Archy needs to wake up. All right, no questions, guys? Alrighty, cool. If you guys want to support the channel, if you guys want to set up your own sessions, guys, I have that available as well. Here is some of my PayPal links to get in some of your questions if you want to do that. As well as I have this app called Responda. There's this app called Responda, and I'm a part of it, where you could get your one card pull, you could get your questions in. If you were seeing one of the readings earlier or from a different live and you want to get some clarity on that, can we ask questions? Yeah, Miss Kiff, I'm open for questions. If you want to do that, if you want to get in for a one card pull and start a conversation with me, I have this Responda app right here. There's the link for that, and that gets you into messaging me privately, and I get to answer your question, and yeah, and that's and actually I don't get that donation, or I don't get that until I actually respond to you. So I would, me and Jess have used it for a while, or not used it for a while, but we've used it, and it actually works really pretty good. We can send video, we can send voice clips, and text over that. How do I overcome my current blockages? All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna do one card pulls for those questions, unless you let me know that you have a tip in the donation. All right. All right. How do I overcome my blockages? How do I overcome my current blockages? Archy, just get Miss Kiff in. How? Okay. All right, so here we go. All right, for Miss Kiff, how's she gonna overcome her current blockages? All right, here we go. The venom. What's poisoning you right now? So there's this area of negativity. There's this something that's actually, so here we have the world right there, half crescent, and then we have these teeth going in on the top. Something has a grip on you. Something negative has a grip on you, Miss Kiff. something negative, something that's actually poisonous to you, that you might not know that it's a negative influence on you and that's actually blocking you. It might be something that's doubting you. It might be an energy that's doubting you, a person, place, or thing that's doubting you. But there's what the blockages is that it's a negative influence on you. So the blockages, yeah, like how do you overcome with it? It's actually a person. So it's removing the venom, removing the negative influence that you have. What that coming in through is, I'm not sure, but who that person is. But what the venom is telling me is that you need to remove the negative influence, like get it and spit it out, kind of thing. That's how bad this is. This it's very poisonous. It's like one of the things that I like to say or bring up in this idea is imagine yourself as this big, not this, but imagine yourself as this cube of water, right? This glass cube, and there's water in it, and that's you. And above it is this little vial of blank ink, okay? And with every negative influence, there's a little drop of black ink that goes into our clear cube, okay? It doesn't take long, or it doesn't take many drops of black ink to change the color of our water, to change the color of our cube, okay? So in this venom idea, that's that situation. There's negative influences that might just be not right for you, not feel aligned with you, and you know this, but it's almost like it's coming on trying to tell you like, oh, I'm good for you. This is for you, or this is good for you. Kind of like how some poison might be a remedy, or anti-venom, whatnot. But no, this is poison. This is like, no, you need to get this out of you. This negative person influence. All right, there you go, Miss Kiff. All right. So how do you overcome your blockages? Get rid of the negative influences that are blocking you. How do you get rid of them? Tell them to leave. How do I tell them to leave? If you don't support me in whatever my efforts are, please leave me and my energy alone. But I'm scared to do that? Then there are deeper fears than that venom applying. All right. Does Zhao and Muhammad regret that they hired me and realize that they don't like me? All right, let's try that one out. Archie, you heard. All right, let's see. The thread. It seems very likely. Just be happy. The fact that what your question leads into the next, like how it's very like, does Zhao and Muhammad regret that they hired me because they realize they don't like me? That seems very like a thread. Like it leads from one end to the other. Like if this was a thread, or no, better yet. Here we go. Thread. Does Zhao and Muhammad regret that they hired me because they realize that they don't like me? Thread. From one idea to the next. It's a thread, right? So with the thread coming up and how it's clouded and blocked on its way to the rainbow of happiness, I would want to say yeah. Like your instinct, like, okay, this is kind of, I like to go into psychology and understanding that a lot of the times when we get card reads, it's telling us stuff that we already know, right? So in your question, it's almost like you already know that they don't like you. Maybe because sometimes we shouldn't hire our friends, or jobs or being in workplace environments often show us real characteristics of people we didn't know that they had, right? You might be noticing things about them that you didn't think that they were like them all of a sudden not liking you. Like, what did I do? Right? Because there's a closeness and proximity now that we work with each other. that there's working going along with people. That's why they say never hire your best friends, or never hire people that you love, or the saying, don't shit where you eat kind of thing, right? So that's what's coming through. So this thread, it would be like very likely, because you're pulling from one thing and leading it already to the other. You're already giving yourself your answer. Do they regret hiring me because they realize they don't like me? You gave yourself your answer in that sense. You're just looking for a yes or a no right now. So in the yes or the no, it's not really a yes or a no, but it's like Archie coming out like, well, you kind of already pieced it together yourself, homie. So that's what the thread is representing. It's like Archie's very be happy, and because my decks like to have personalities. Archie's very like, I think of like a very middle-aged 30 to 35-year-old modern looking psychologist man dude, like sexy as fuck. He's hot. Archie's hot. Anyways, but he's very direct and very precise. Okay? And so with this, like the thread, that's what's coming through. Like, yeah, you gave yourself your own answer, and him pulling the thread card out, which I didn't even know this deck had. Like, I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't remember seeing that when I did the review, but this thread is like, that's what it's showing. It's like you're pulling it together. See the arm pulling the thread? You're already pulling the answer together by, the first phase of your question and giving you the result, and you just actually want that not in the center to be the yes or the no, right? You want to put those two things together, and the yes or the no is going to be that not. But it's actually like, the sense is the fact that you pulled it together with the arm. The fact that you pulled it together is your answer, right? Because we're pulling together things that we already know when we get a reading, right? That's why the images make sense to us, because we're pulling together things that we might already know, and the images are just confirming it, or confirming our instincts or our intuition already. That's why readings are really good sometimes. And with a good, proper, well-versed CardSlinger, not to toot my own horn, the message could come around very influential for you to self-discover the answer, not for somebody to tell you, because even though I could tell you, yes, they hate you, doesn't do anything. There's an area of self-discovery that needs to happen for it to have its full grasp of impact on you. Okay, that's another thing. Like, so that's coaching and card reading go hand in hand in this kind of situation, right? So be happy. I hope that helps. I hope it comes together that you're already pulling two things together to make sense. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere that gives me that. I wouldn't want to work in an area that gives me those feelings anyway. Like, or either you choose to resolve it. Okay. Alrighty. Miss Kiff, what did you say? The last 2 weeks have been tough for me. I have had a rapid change of energy. Like, I feel this mindset has the grip on me. It's crazy how it's blocking my abundance. Tomorrow I'm going to the food bank. Thank you for that. I need to cleanse and get this energy away. Yes, Miss Kiff. What could it be? What could be blocking you? All right. Alrighty, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Again, guys, take advantage of that Responda app, right? The same way you would make a donation to get a card read, same way with the Responda app. Who knows, you might get more than just a one card pull, right? I like to be hands-on with my clients and with my people to make sure they understand what they're understanding or what they're getting or what's coming through for them. So it's not just gonna get a yes or no on your question. You might get a whole video explaining your card pull too. So yeah, there it is. You're welcome. Just be happy. And remember, just be happy. Alrighty, guys, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna end it right there. I might be back on later on today. I have an Oracle deck that's coming through to work with Wanda. It's called Oracle of Radiance, or the Radiance Oracle. And so I'm going to be showing that probably a little bit later as well. And yeah, so that's probably going to happen later on tonight. All right, guys, I will see you guys on the next episode or the next thing that I do. Thank you guys so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you guys and showing up. And with that, I appreciate what you appreciate, because obviously it appreciates. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, guys.